Okay, just like before, I'm going to split these up. I know some of you don't like fractions or decimals, and what I would say in response to that is, well, that's an excellent reason to practice on. Okay, 2.4x plus 2.6 equals 17. We got to subtract 2.6 from both sides, minus 2.6. And when you do that, you line up the decimals, like there's a decimal after it. You line them up, fill in the 0 if you need to, and you subtract, for example, the tenths place from the tenths place, the ones place from the ones place, etc. Okay? So 0 minus 6 can't do it. We got to borrow. That becomes a 7. I'm sorry, that becomes a 6. That becomes a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. Decimal comes straight down. We're not multiplying, so we don't count up the decimals and move it like that. Adding and subtracting, the decimal comes straight down. Now, 6 minus 2, 4. And that 1 comes straight down. So you get 2.4x equals 14.4. 2.4x divided by the coefficient of x, which is 2.4, equals 14.4 over 2.4. Now, I'm going to do this on the right-hand side, a little math on the side, and we'll erase it. But, fun fact, if you were doing 14.4 divided by 2.4, there's a rule that says we can multiply or divide everything by the same number and it will work out the same. So we can multiply this by 10, essentially moving the decimal over. To right there. And we just got to move this decimal over right there, the same thing. So then we got 24. Let me make a smaller eraser so I can be accurate. This will be 24, and this will be 144. So now when we do the division, we'll get exactly the same number. So let's guess and check. How many times does 24 go into 144? Well, we could do a guess and check. We could say 24 times 5, that's 120. So what if we subtracted 120 from there? So it went in 5 times. What would we get? Well, what we would get is 24 left over. Let's just do that. So if we got 24 left over, that means that we could have picked a bigger number than 5. In fact, exactly one more than 5, because there's one more group of 24 to get out of there. So to do all this and say it's not 5, it's one more than 5 or 6. And we know that 24 times 6 is exactly 144. So you get, over here on the left-hand side, x is equal to 6. Get all that junk out of there because we need that space. Sorry for the delay. And x equals 6. Is that an answer? Yeah, it's an answer. Sweet. Okay, let's do the next one. (5.8x minus 1.4 equals 16. And you can say, but Mr. Massey, these seem so similar. Why did we do 2 of them? I think just because we needed some practice. I know that everybody needs practice. So that's what we're doing. We're practicing. Okay. This was negative 1.4, so we're going to do the opposite, plus 1.4 to cancel it out. Okay, and we get 5.8x equals 17.4. Okay. 5.8x divided by 5.8 equals 17.4 divided by 5.8. Just like before, I'm going to move the decimals over. We're going to say what we're seeing here is 17.4 divided by 5.8. So I'm going to say 17.4 divided by 5.8. We're going to move this decimal over 1, okay, and get 58 into 174. Okay, now the decimal's there, and there. Okay, now 58 is close to 60. It's close to 60, and this is close to 180, which is a multiple of 60. So I'm going to guess that it goes in 3 times. I'm just going to multiply over here. 58 times 3. I get 24. Carry the 2. 15, 16, 17. I was right. It did go in exactly 3 times. So we put 3 up, and that 58 times 3 is exactly 174. So you get 0. So that means x equals 3. Thanks for your patience. Sorry. X equals 3. And was that a solution? Yep. A. So these are both A. Done.